What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and you know what's happening. We're spending a real day in the life with the iPhone 15. So we're spending a full day with the phone to see what it's like to use in the real world. So we'll test things like the performance, cameras, battery, you know the deal. But to start this real day, me and my boy Dom were stuck in another Uber heading to New York for an event. So naturally I spent a bunch of time on social media, as well as taking care of some emails. But eventually, we made it to the big city.
Okay guys, so we are officially starting our real day in the life. Interestingly enough, we're at a Microsoft event right now. All right guys, so the event just finished. They announced some pretty wild stuff. Probably talk about that somewhere else, but this was fun. All right, so it's crazy, you guys. I didn't even plan this, but your boy's matching his phone today. So we do have like the yellow 15, and they came out with some good looking colors. They've got the yellow, the blue, green, pink, and black. It's got this nice matte texture to it. I think over the past few years, they've been pretty saturated, like you really see the color. Now it's more muted, more on the like a pastel kind of thing. I'm not mad at it. I really enjoy the way these new ones look and the way they feel. It's super nice in the hand, it's very comfortable, and you don't have to worry about fingerprints. Like, especially with these lighter ones, fingerprints aren't gonna be an issue whatsoever.
And I've gotta give it to that new frosted matte design of the 15, because like I said, it's great at not showing fingerprints at all, so you know it's gonna look good. But if you're not rocking a case like my man Jay, I think you're crazy. Which does make me happy to announce today's sponsor, RhinoShield. Now, if you watch my videos, you know I'm all about protecting your investment and using a case. RhinoShield is known for creating super durable and customizable cases, so you don't have to feel too bad about covering up that new phone. Their shock spread technology gives 360 degrees of protection when you add their screen protector and can take drops up to 11 feet. And like I said, you can even customize them from the camera rings, the buttons, the colors, and even the print designs to make it your own. Jay is a crazy Attack on Titan fan, so I'm trying to lure him back in with this one. Crazy enough though, RhinoShield cases have twice the magnetic pull of your typical Apple case, so if you want to make sure those MagSafe accessories don't go anywhere, you'll want to look into these. Obviously, they've got all kinds of options for the new iPhone 15s, but if you aren't upgrading or even using an iPhone, they've got a ton of options for you as well. So definitely check them out. I'll have them linked below, and use the code UrAvgGF to get your hands on them with 10% off. But back to the phone.
So I've been using the Max for so long. This just being the normal 15, I don't know, it feels like a kiddie device or something. I'm just not used to this form factor. I feel like it's so easy to just maneuver this thing, do whatever I need to with it. I mean, it's really easy to access every inch of this, so I get why some people like the smaller devices. It's making sense to me.
Clearly, the smaller 15 is super comfortable to use because of its size, and the new edges definitely make holding them easier. But not only does it feel good, but it also feels like I'm using the 14 Pro. With the 15 now getting the dynamic island that's built into the top of the screen, where you can interact with other applications while you've got other applications open, feels very 14 Pro. And with the A16 Bionic chip, you're getting the same kind of performance that you got with the 14 Pro. And if you were to throw a case on this thing, you can barely tell the difference between the two, which is a good thing for those who don't want to spend iPhone Pro money. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some dead giveaways that you might spot, even though they will essentially have the same kind of functionality. First being the Pro Motion display. And oh man, did my username get brought up a lot on Twitter for this one. Now, here's the thing. 120 Hz displays have been out for years now. You can find them on high-end phones like the Pro iPhones, and you can even find them on really cheap phones. Basically, this 120 Hz helps the phone to feel really smooth. Now, how big of a deal is it that the new 15s don't have 120 Hz but instead 60? Well, the tech enthusiasts will tell you this is an abomination and we should expect more in 2023, which I'm not gonna lie, is kind of true. But I've always been about, how does it feel for the everyday person? So let's get a look into that.
All right, Pops, I got two phones for you.
Okay.
Look at the screens. You can have both. Look at the screen, swipe around, and tell me if you see a difference or you feel a difference. Do they feel any different?
Not really, no.
All right, we got two phones over here.
check out the screens and tell me what the difference is.
Go in his messages, girl. Tell me what you see.
I just say it feels exactly the same. Oops. Am I wrong here? I need to know if I'm wrong, because I don't know much about tech.
You're wrong.
Am I wrong? Sorry.
Yo, Carl, got 2 phones for you. So I want you to just navigate, just scroll through. Tell me if you notice a difference with the screens. Jump into like the settings.
Like it zoomed in and zoomed out.
That's because you held the phones close to each other. Don't even worry about that.
Sleeker, like.
No, not the feel of the phone. Just going through the home screen and settings, just the display.
As of right now, scrolling through like just settings and just scrolling through the phone, it don't feel much different to me. It don't feel different actually at all to me.
All right, Jay, gotta hit you with it. Use the screens, navigate. Tell me what you think.
I mean, I see there's a difference.
Yeah?
15, the Pro, like just a lot. I mean, not a lot, but it's definitely smoother.
All right, gotta hit you with it. So jump into like the menus or I don't know, like Twitter or something, anything. How's it feel?
Pretty close. This one might be a little smoother.
Now, would you notice a difference if I didn't ask you to look for one?
Probably not.
While I definitely think new phones should come with a higher refresh rate, I can kinda see why Apple hasn't made the jump yet, since their target demographic for these particular models either don't care or literally can't tell the difference. So whether it's a big deal or not really depends on what you're used to. For folks who have no idea what I'm even talking about, don't you worry, the screen still looks good, the color is great, and it's even brighter than last year. So watching content or just using the phone isn't gonna be an issue at all. Now, in the other area where you'll probably notice a difference is the camera bump. And check this out, this is pretty dope. You got a pretty somewhat dark laptop here. You've got lights over on this side. This is not the easiest image to take in here. And I think it really represents what we're seeing in terms of like lighting, color. It's accurate, it's really accurate. So in an area like this where the lighting is okay, it's not really bright, but look at the detail.
Pretty sharp.
Right? That's what I think. All right, so clearly I'm at an event. I've been using the camera a lot. And I gotta say, some people might be skeptical about the zoom option here, considering it's only using one lens, but it's pretty legit. The quality of the photos that I've been getting using the 2x zoom has been solid. And it's been the similar experience to the 14 Pro with the 48 megapixel camera. That's what we've got here. So hitting that 2x zoom does lead you to get tighter shots, but you don't lose any of the quality. It's not like a digital zoom, so it still looks really good. It's missing the telephoto lens, but that's not the whole story here. Apple introduced some new software features that actually allow you to take 24 megapixel photos, so you can get better looking shots even though this isn't a Pro phone. And while the Microsoft event was winding down, I got the awesome opportunity to talk to the CEO, Satya Nadella, and even grab a quick selfie with him. So definitely a highlight of the day. And the quality of the photos is what you'd expect from the iPhone. They're great looking photos, and you also get some awesome video, as you'll see throughout this video. And as of right now, iPhones are consistently my favorite phone to take pictures of my families and even dog with. So of course, I had to grab my girl Cookie to get a couple more shots. Whew. All right, you guys, so we spent like most of the day at the event. It is 1:47 right now, and we've got 43% battery left. Now this is the iPhone 15, the smallest of the bunch, and I've been using it like, I do my Pro Max. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna last throughout the rest of the day. I'll keep you guys updated. You can do it, buddy. Come on. All right, guys, so we are back at the studio, and it is like 4:11 right now, but we are still getting close to the end of the workday. But for now, I got my girl Cookie. Cookie, come here. And she's gonna be our little test subject for a bit, so we can grab some pictures of her. That cool with you, mama? Yeah. So we've been taking pictures all day, but I don't know how many of you heard about the ability to now get portrait mode photos from regular everyday live photos, which is absolutely amazing. It's been a feature I've been dying for. So now, instead of having to choose between getting a nice portrait mode shot where you got like the blurry background and everything, you can just take a regular photo and still get that same effect if you want to turn it on. It'll automatically do it if you're taking a picture of a cat, dog,
or person. All right, Cookie, sit. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got a couple shots of Cookie. This looks pretty good. And what's nice is that right here with the live photos, you can turn portrait mode on after you take the shot. So now you've got your portrait mode shot, and you can go in and edit just how blurry the background's gonna be. And you can actually pick your focus too. And what's nice is that it's across the entire iPhone 15 lineup, so these and the Pros can all do this feature. So that's a huge, huge win. Now we gotta try it out with an actual person. So we got our guy Carl over here. Carl, say what's up to the people.
What's up, yeah? What's up?
All right, Carl, we're gonna take a nice shot.
No, I brought out the chain. I'm ready.
Oh my God, this guy. All right, let's get a shot of you. Regular photo. So you guys can see right here, you see that little F? That means you can turn on that portrait mode effect. You can actually see it in real time. That's actually, oh snap, that thing works really well. There you go. And here you'll get those same clean effects. Actually, this did a pretty good job, especially considering his hair. You know, the locks are kind of wavy, and it looks good. Look at that, look at you.
I look horrible.
You look horrible, you think so?
Why is my face like
You made the face, I mean.
Right.
It's a good quality photo. I can't do nothing about his face. If you're not happy with it, that's on him. All right, y'all, so we made it to the end of the workday. I need to head home. Ari's gonna kill me as usual, since I'm always running late. But we've got like 11% battery life left. So we took a few more photos, did a little photo editing on the phone. Now I will say today we took a lot of pictures, so that definitely had an impact. And I spent way too much time on Instagram. Golly, I'm not even gonna show you guys. It's actually quite bad. But I spent too much time on Instagram and the camera app, so that's definitely what ate up today's battery. But nonetheless, I think I'm gonna charge this guy while I'm in the car, kind of wrap up the day. Now I need to go home to my family. Oh, Cookie, let's go. You're part of the family, girl. Let's get out of here.
During the real day in the life, the battery life didn't last me that long, but it did make it through till I got home in time to hang out with my boys. And I'd say it's safe to assume that you at least get through a work or school day, and you'll probably need to re-up and charge at home. Thankfully now though, if the phone does die on you a little bit early, it'll be much easier to ask someone to borrow a charging cable, since these do now have USB-C. You won't get faster charging or anything with this, but it does open up the possibilities for like more accessories and even using external storage if you want to potentially transfer some files around. You might hear that this has slower data transfer speeds with USB 2 versus 3, but in all honesty, I don't think that's a big deal like at all. I can probably count on two hands how many times I've ever needed to plug in my phone and transfer files, and I know plenty of people who have just never done it. Overall, this is a really solid phone for the average consumer that wants to have an iPhone. I could easily recommend this to any of the members in my family without fear that they're gonna be missing out or hampered in any way. Now, I wouldn't tell someone to go for the 15 or maybe even 15 Plus if they came from a flagship Android phone or even one of the iPhone 14s, unless they really wanted USB-C for some reason. But if they did come from the iPhone 12, maybe 13, but definitely lower, I think it's an absolute safe buy. But hopefully this video helped you make a decision, and if you need a little bit more out of your iPhone, you can check out my review of the 15 Pro, I'll have it linked below. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.